Something totally out of the ordinary might be about to happen in Pittsburgh, and it involves two names every Steelers fan knows well, Jalen Milroe and Jaylen Ramsey. That's right. While one bold draft move could completely change the future of the team's most important position, a possible deal involving a veteran star is stirring up the fan base. Tensions are rising behind the scenes, with decisions looming that could affect both the present and the future of the franchise. And here's the thing. One of these situations has the fan base completely split, while the other could turn the Steelers' defense into one of the most feared units in the league. You don't want to miss a single detail, so go ahead and drop a like and let's get into the video. Alright, buckle up because the latest ESPN mock draft just dropped and it's got the Pittsburgh Steelers pulling off a spicy move that could shake things up under center. After a weirdly passive offseason at quarterback where everyone and their mother thought Aaron Rodgers was headed to the Steel City, the saga has dragged on longer than a Marvel movie post-credits scene. Rodgers still isn't signed, and the draft is creeping up fast. If Pittsburgh doesn't land Rodgers, their last shot at fixing this QB situation before training camp is the 2025 NFL Draft. While names like Shedeur Sanders have been floated, the chances of him falling to them in the first round? Pretty slim. That's where Mel Kiper and Field Yates came in with some creative maneuvering in their mock. Instead of reaching early, they cooked up a Day 2 trade with the Las Vegas Raiders, shipping off their 83rd overall pick and a 2026 third-rounder to move up to 68th. And with that pick, the Steelers grab Alabama's Jalen Milroe, a boom-or-bust type of quarterback who's got jaws dropping with his arm strength and athleticism, but also raising eyebrows with his inconsistency. Steelers Nation is split on this one. Some love the upside, others are already having Kenny Pickett flashbacks. Kiper laid it out. There's still a shot they snag Rodgers, but even if they do, they need a plan for the future and possibly the present. Milroe gives you that wild card element. He can sling it to DK Metcalf and George Pickens, or just take off running if things break down. Now, while Milroe might be the headline grabber here, don't sleep on the Steelers' first-round pick in this mock. Yates had them snagging Oregon defensive tackle Derek Harmon at number 21. The dude led all FBS DTs in pressures last year and could be the perfect heir to Cam Hayward, who turns 36 this season. With Larry Ogunjobi out and no clear replacement in-house, Pittsburgh needs a fresh body up front. The run defense fell apart late last year, and if they don't fix that, forget playoff dreams. So yeah, if this mock draft plays out, we're looking at a Steelers squad reloading on defense while rolling the dice on a high-upside QB. Rodgers or not, Pittsburgh's trying to stay relevant in a loaded AFC. So tell me, Steelers fans, would you buy into the idea of betting on such an unpredictable prospect? Drop your thoughts in the comments. What would you do if you were in the front office? Because if you thought that move was bold, the next one might get fans even more excited, or more worried. Well. Buckle up, Steelers fans, because there might be a blockbuster brewing in the Steel City, and it's not coming from the draft. Word on the street is that all-pro cornerback Jaylen Ramsey and the Miami Dolphins are testing the trade waters, and Pittsburgh could absolutely be in the mix if GM Omar Khan decides to swing big. Now, before anyone gets too hyped, let's break this down. Ramsey's still under contract through 2028 thanks to a fat extension he signed last year, but here's the kicker, only the 2025 season is fully guaranteed. That means Miami could move him without totally blowing up their cap, and teams wouldn't be locked into some long-term nightmare deal. Still, we're talking about a dude with a price tag north of $72 million. That's a lot of cheddar for a 30-year-old corner, but this ain't just any 30-year-old. Ramsey is a 7-time Pro Bowler, a 3-time first-team All-Pro, and still playing at a high level. He played every game last season in Miami, racked up 60 tackles, snagged 2 picks, and even threw in a sack for good measure. No, he didn't make the Pro Bowl for the first time since his rookie year, but let's not act like he suddenly forgot how to cover. He's still a dog. This guy's resume speaks for itself. 135 career games, 534 tackles, 24 interceptions, 6 forced fumbles, and a pick 6 for good measure. If Pittsburgh wants to patch up that secondary and go from pretty good to scary, Ramsey would do the trick. The question is, does Omar Khan go all in on a win-now move, knowing Ramsey's closer to the back nine of his career? Or do the Steelers stay patient and draft a young CB to develop? With the draft just around the corner, this probably won't go down until after teams see how things shake out. But if Ramsey's really available, don't be shocked if the black and gold start making calls. Honestly, if the Steelers are even considering these moves, it's because they're feeling the pressure to get back to the top of the AFC. But going all in on an unstable young QB and potentially making room for a big-name veteran, that's the kind of move that separates the bold from the regretful. As a fan, I've got mixed feelings, but if it works, this season could be wild. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a single update on what's next for our team.